You want me to write the check for 10 grand?
You're a funny guy. How about 35?
Pawn Stars Rick was scared for his life when this customer showed up. Like the video right now if you're a fan of Pawn Stars. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Screen Shakedown. It's pretty common for the Harrisons family to acquire certain items from their customers on insanely low prices by purposefully not telling them the real value of that item. This might be the one single practice that has made them millionaires, but before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. Number 5. Comical Disaster. When Marvel decided to turn the stories originally told in comic books into movies, the value of those comics skyrocketed. Some have even sold for millions of dollars. So, when a woman named Chelsea came into the shop with 7 boxes full of these comics, Austin Chumley Russell was wildly interested. The woman set the initial price of those boxes at $2,000, but Austin immediately denied it, after which the haggling began. He was willing to give her $350 for the entire collection, but Chelsea didn't accept and instead dropped her offer to $500. They settled on that price, but unfortunately, after an expert had evaluated those comics, their true worth was revealed to be $300. So in the end, the Harrisons ended up losing money on that deal.
Oh, the X-Force. Issue 2.
Number 4. Godfathers Screenplay. The Godfather has become one of the greatest movies of all time due to the superb directing and writing involved in it. In season 4 of the show, a woman, Diane, came into the shop with a screenplay of the movie. She wanted an approximate $10,000 for it since it had been signed by a cast member. The Harrison family got an expert to judge the signature, which turned out to be real, but even after its authentication, Rick offered Diane an opening price of just $500 for it. Shocked by the extremely low offer, Diane immediately walked away. Luckily for her, she later sold that screenplay for $12,000 at an auction held for charity.
Unless it was a contract or a letter that he was sending to somebody very formal.
Number 3. Lowballing baseballs. In the early 20th century, people started to pawn off memorabilia they had acquired from baseball games. The trend has continued to this day, which is why some baseballs are even worth millions. One day, a man named Clint walked into the shop with a 1951 Yankee baseball signed by one of the team's players. The Harrison family got an expert to see if it was real. After it had been authenticated, Clint demanded $3,000 for it due to its age and rarity. The old man, rejecting that offer, placed the price at around $800. Realizing he was being lowballed, Clint backed out of the deal and walked away. That was a huge loss for the Harrisons, as baseballs have been known to be sold for around $15,000 given they have the right signature.
Softball game.
Chumley, I'm fixing to hit you.
Number 2. Isaac Newton's Alchemy. It has been a trend on the show that whenever a customer comes in with an antique book, the Harrisons give an extremely low price to it. There was also the case when Bob came into the store looking to sell a 450-year-old book about alchemy. This book had once, supposedly, been owned by the great Sir Isaac Newton, who, apart from being one of the pioneers of physics, had also dabbed in alchemy. Although the book had been restored in the 18th century, its value hadn't been diminished, which according to an expert was around $20,000. The old man set the price at just $5,000, which unknown to Bob was a very insignificant offer. After some haggling, they settled on a price of $7,000, and Bob walked away happy, not knowing that he had been tricked out of so much more. Number 1. Sword of the Samurai. Since the beginning of the show, Corey had wanted to prove himself to the old man and Rick, so when he saw an opportunity to do just that, he seized it. A lawyer came into the store looking to pawn off a 15th century sword that a client had left him. After Corey looked online that some of these swords had sold for thousands of dollars, he set the initial price to just $800. After some negotiations, they settled on a price of $1,500. Later, when Corey had that sword looked into by an expert, the value had been estimated to be around $5,000 and could have gone up to $15,000 after some restoration. Easy to say that Corey got the better part of that deal.
They're pretty badass.
Well, samurai were very honorable, very determined warriors.
These were just some of the items that the Harrisons have wildly lowballed. Sometimes they got away with it, while on other occasions they've been found out. No one has ever made millions by being fair to everyone, and that has certainly been the case for the Harrisons as well. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video yet, it's never too late, so give it a thumbs up, people. We'll see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.